What's going on, Dungeon Divers and Dragon Slayers? Draco Invictus here with another Neverwinter 101 about the Call to Arms event called the Pit Fight. And we are going to get into what the details of the Pit Fight are. And we're going to talk about why that's good for you and what you can get from this event. So, the savage werewolves of the Grey Wolf Barbarian tribe have issued a challenge to anyone who thinks they can survive their totem pit. You have to be at least level 6 to participate, and you can get a bunch of stuff. Most of the stuff is transmutes for your existing weapons. If you don't know what a transmute is, maybe I need to do a video about transmutes. Basically, you take the look of this barbarian longbow and you would make the longbow that you're using for your hunter ranger look like the barbarian longbow. That's what a transmute is. Look, don't need to make a video now. Anyway, the best way to run this event is actually solo, not as a group. I know it sounds weird, and some of you may not be able to do it if your item level is too low or if your character level is too low. It will step you up to level 60 if you're below 60 and down to 60 if you're above 60. But the step up and step down is always, if you're over level 60, you should have no problem. If you're 65 to 70, you should have no problem soloing this. I know that my guildmate Ted, who actually suggested I make this video, he ran this with his cleric solo. So I know it can be done. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the fight video because that's not really what this video is about. I mean, you can kind of see, look, we're in a pit. But look at all those medallions that I'm getting. You get 2 medallions for every monster that you kill, which is why you want to do this solo. You're doing it as a group, then the kills are being split up between the group. You want those medallions. All right, so there's a couple of things that we really want from this. And then I'm going to make a separate video talking about what we're going to do with this in the future. Okay, and that future is not too far away. And keep in mind, this event only goes on till Monday at noon Central Time. So you can adjust your for your time zone as to when this event is going to end. And I think you pretty much got to turn everything in by the end of the event. So don't run it right till noon. Typically they have someone there at the event center hanging out for a couple days so you can turn stuff in, but you don't want to miss out on anything. And I actually do get a special reward on this run, so it was perfect that I was recording on this run because it's something I've never gotten before on any character, and so I get to explain something else to you guys as well. Notice I'm leaving everything on the ground except stuff that's like in my field of vision. I will end up tapping the A button to loot it just so it gets off my screen. Now you can see I'm just running around picking everything up. So these cruel enchantments aren't the best enchantments in the world. And we'll look over their stats and stuff in just a minute. But they're not the best stats in the world. But they're still going to be vitally important to us in the future. There it is, the Ancient Curio. I've never gotten one before. And so we're going to go on a small, very short adventure. And we're going to learn more about the Ancient Curio and what we can do with it. Alright, so here in the first bag is pretty much everything that I picked up during this event. The Paradots and the Refining Stones were probably because either Dragon Horde enchantment or my Wanderer's Fortune that I'm running. And I'm also running a Fey Touched in a universal slot. I deleted that one item because it was level 69. The rest of that stuff is level 70, all that unidentified stuff. So we're going to go ahead and identify all that. Might as well get it fed into my my weapon and offhand now. Just to keep my bag clear because I'm a big stickler for that. So while I'm feeding that stuff in, keep in mind that when you're feeding into your artifact gear, your main hand, offhand, it's as though you are always under double refinement when you're feeding this kind of stuff. So those 2 pieces are actually offhand pieces. So I'm going to wait and refine them into my offhand, not my main hand, so that I can get the double value for matching. See, I'm getting 200 apiece, whereas with the other ones I was getting 100 apiece. So now that we got all of that out of the way, let's take a look at these enchantments real quick. And as you can see, it's power and recovery, defense and deflect, or maximum hit points and glory bonus. So not really the best enchantments, but we're going to want to hold on to them. Now I've magically teleported us through the magic of video over to the event center in Protector's Enclave. We're going to take a look at the rewards that we can get. All of these are the transmutes. All that barbarian stuff, all transmutes. Okay, you can get the die pack, which could be very, very cool. I haven't looked at it on my armor yet. It could be beautiful. I don't know. So the green Shadow Wolf, not the best mount in the world. You know, it's a 50% movement bonus. There are much better mounts out there. I know that you can get a purple Shadow Wolf on the Zen Market. And then that is open account-wide, so all of your characters could have that. But the one thing that we really, really want is this Refiner's Cache. Because look at that. You can get Superior Marks, Greater Marks, Regular Marks, Flawless Sapphires, Aquamarines, Lesser Marks, and Paradots in that bag, plus Brutal, Cruel, or Savage enchantments. So that's what we're going to end up wanting. And right now we're going to take a quick look at what the Shadow Wolf looks like. It looks like a cool mount. I would want one, but not at green. I suppose I could get a green one since I already have an epic mount. I'd still keep the same speed. So here's the information about the Ancient Curio. If you'd like to read all of that, you can certainly pause the video real quick and read all of that. Basically, we got to find the Disheveled Madman. And he is in Protector's Enclave, and he's actually very easy to find. And here in just a second, we will jump over back into game, take a look at the map. Okay, so there's where the Disheveled Madman is. And now let's scroll down to the entry gate, the gate that you always end up coming into when you come back into Protector's Enclave. It's this gate here, the Carroll Street gate. You're going to come up this alleyway, and then he's going to be in this little alcove right here. We're going to talk to him. We're going to complete the quest that he's offering. And there's no useful information there. He's kind of babbling. And then we're going to go to the store. There's our belt, and it only requires one Ancient Curio. Awesome. We have one. Again, the stats aren't best in slot for an endgame character, but the stats are incredible for a lower level character, and it has no item level, which means that you could give it to a level 5 character, and it would be totally awesome for them. So that is pretty much it. Oh, real quick, let's jump back over to the event center. And I want to show you guys what we're going to do with all of our medallions. We're going to buy 5. Notice I have 514. I'm going to scroll down there. 514 medallions of battle. Okay, so I'm actually going to buy 5 of the Refiner's Cache. Because to get superior marks out of that thing is incredible. I mean, superior marks are still going for what? 50, 60, 70,000 astral diamonds? You know, not bad. Now, granted, the chances of getting one out of there are probably pretty slim. But if you run this event over and over, notice they stack. Okay, so those we want to keep. Okay, you want to keep those in your bank, your mail, your inventory somewhere. All the enchantments that you get, you want to keep. Because we're going to use them for an event in a few weeks. Okay? And I'm going to make a video about that, a follow-up video about what we're going to do with those enchantments. That video should be coming out in the next probably day or two. And this pretty much goes for any of these little events that they offer. And stuff that we can do to just, I don't know, make things better. Trust me. Things will be better. So yeah, look forward to that video. And until next time, Dungeon Divers and Dragon Slayers, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the greatest day in my life. See ya!